How's it going, everyone? King Blacktooth here. So I'm here to show you a Northern Realms deck which I created quite a while ago for this new patch, but I've finally tested it, I've played with it a lot, and I'm pretty happy with the way it is, so I'm ready to share it with you now. So I think it's a competent deck. It wins, often, but it's not going to be one of those 4,000 MMR, top tier, 70-85% win rate type thing, but it is a fun deck, one that I think people would enjoy fighting against, and ones that you should hopefully enjoy playing. Now, it will lose to things, I think, massive control. If they get rid of some of your key cards, it's going to be very difficult for you. But you've got ways to defend against that, but it's whether you get that out and whether they can destroy that option several times over. You'll see what I mean when we get to it, but it's a very fun deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's called Buffs, Buffs, Buffs. So this is the deck, Buffs, 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 a fun Northern Realms deck. You can check on Gwent database via my Twitch channel, whatever. I created it 17 minutes ago. But it uses the leader card Foltest because he allows you to get more bodies on the board. This deck is really all about getting loads and loads and loads of bodies on the board and then buffing them all with certain cards. Now, some people say you could possibly use Henselt, but I think you have to stay unpromoted in this particular deck. You can defend yourselves in other ways, but buffs won't apply if you're gold, so I think staying unpromoted is the way to go, and stick with Foltest in this case. So this is the deck. As you can see, there's a lot of units spread around all three rows. This is going to increase your survivability, as well as, just actually improve your buffs with cards like Odrin to make him always giving you strength every time he jumps, which is really nice. So, like I mentioned, the idea behind this deck is getting a lot of units on the board. Your poor infantry are going to be your main way of doing this. Now, generally speaking, you don't want to really go all out in round one. You do want to play one poor infantry in round one, I would say. That's so somewhere in your graveyard, so that if you have to medic in round 3, then at least you've got quite a few. And you can play 2, you can play 3, but maybe try and keep some behind if you can. Field medics, I've only got 2 of these. You could try and stick more in if you want, but I think that's enough. And you're going to use these in round 3. You don't really want to use them any time earlier than that unless you lost round 1, and then hopefully you can do a little bit in round 2, but you kind of want to keep at least 1 for round 3 so you can full test it if need be. Reaver Scouts again, we've only got 2 of these, but these should be more than enough to get another one of these out in round 1 or round 3, get another one of these out in round 3, etc. We've got the Temerian Foot Soldier. These are good to play at the very beginning of the game, and it gives you a nice bunch of strength at the beginning and some deck thinning as well. So, you've only got like 4 main units, which are going to be your bread and butter here. Everything else is going to synergize with those particular cards. So you need to really kind of tactically use these cards between the 3 rounds. You don't want to go all out in one round so you haven't got anything for another round. So the next card here is Shani. She's obviously going to be very good in generally round 3, because the way you want to do it is you want to use the Bloody Baron in round 1 to get the Lubberkin out. If the opponent destroys it, then it's up to you whether you want to medic it out again. But you do want to medic it out with Shani in round 3, so it's a gold strength Lubberkin. 5 strength, it's pretty difficult to remove, and it'll just continually buff. Failing that, you could do the same thing with Odrin, place him down in round 1, and then Shani him Odrin out in round 3 to get, a gold 8 strength Odrin, which is really, really good. Very difficult to remove, and you just keep jumping around buffing folks. This card is definitely the best defense in round 1. You want to play her in round 1, and then stick down your Temerian Foot Soldiers to get an 8 strength, 4 strength, 4 strength, to get a 6 strength, 2 strength, 2 strength, etc. You do want to place her down in round 1 to get as much value as you can, to try and win round 1 by using a minimum-ish amount of cards. Like I mentioned, you don't want to go all in with your field medics and stuff in round 1. But she is going to be a great card. I've considered maybe changing Kira for Renew because she is such a good card, but at the minute I haven't done so. That is an option if you want to do that. We've got Priscilla, a very good card in generally round 3 if you've thinned your deck quite a bit and you're looking for a key card like a field medic. That's the first thing I want. You place her down and then you've got a bit of a choice there. Trollolo is a card which a lot of people ask me to put in. You could easily take him out and put Dandelion in, because he would do the same thing and just buff loads of things in round 3, which would be great. But I stuck Trollolo in, and he's been quite successful. He's a very good power play card when you've put a lot of cards in on round 1, and you don't really want to, use more poor fucking infantry or field medics and stuff. And Dandelion you have to use preemptively, which can be bad, especially if the opponent passes and you've kind of wasted it. Whereas Trollolo you use retroactively, means you place him at the end of the turn and you'll get a massive amount of strength. And he's really, really good if the opponent stacks up on a particular row. And so I like him, but you could change him out for Dandelion if you wish. Nenike going to be a great option to resurrect a Lubberkin, resurrect Odrin, or failing that, just resurrecting Priscilla, or just something else that you kind of want. That would be beneficial to you in round 3. Odrin is good. It does great here, jumping around. He's definitely been my MVP of a particular game. He's really, really successful at jumping around and buffing a load of people. Now, the Lubberkin is something you want to get out as fast as possible, if possible. And he's going to be one of your ways of defending. Now, the Lubberkin, everything here, as you can see, is very much 2 strength. A lot of things are 2 strength. Only these guys are more. She defends against like a Scorch, Geralt Igni, because one of these will be 6 strength. But the Lubberkin also staggers strength as well. The first time it ticks, one of your 2 strength units will probably be 5 strength. So it's very important to get that guy out and hopefully try and keep him alive. You can try and refrain from using Shani until round 3, but sometimes, obviously, you will have to. It's very bad if the opponent steals the Lubberkin, so be careful about that. Hero Metz is an excellent way of defending your melee row with all your poor infantry and stuff. I really like her a lot, but again, I might change her for Renew because Triss Butterfly spell is really good. But in round 3, you'll be pulling a lot of cards using Clear Skies or Priscilla and stuff like that, so you probably won't get maximum value from Triss Butterfly spell in round 3. But she quens everything on the melee row, stops them wounding it with Lacerate and Weather. However, she won't protect against Geralt Igni if they're not buffed, so it's really important that you do something like the Lubberkin or something to try and change, stagger the strength. Because Odrin won't do that, because he only adds +1 to everything on the row. So just be aware of that. We've got some Clear Skies for the weather that, you can try and deal with. Manticore Venom I stuck in because I think he's just really good to eliminate eggs from the harpies, eliminate neophytes, eliminate mangonels, things that could be troublesome, and you can get a lot of value from these things. Thunderbolts work exceptionally well with the poor infantry. Failing that, it works well with these in round 1, to just get a nice hefty bit of strength, try and win that round. Decoy, use it for Nenike, use it for Priscilla, use it for Trollolo if you want to. Or Commander's Horn is an excellent ender as well to get a lot more strength. So that's the deck in general. I want to show you the clips where I feel it's working. Now I've got quite a few clips and I want to show them all, so I probably will do a secondary video to this and split them up into 2 different videos. But you can look at the clips in this particular video and just see how many cards I play in round 1 and round 2 and round 3 and how I try and protect them against certain things as we go. But do be aware that it does lose to people which are very focused on control. But there are ways around it as well. But thanks for watching, and as always, take care of yourself, and I'll see you again very soon.
You shall die.
Caretaker can't do permadeath.
Close ranks.
You just had your first loss to Dagon Weather. No, you can't. Yeah, doesn't work. All right, let's get rid of. Who are we fighting? Eridine. I'm worried about the botchling already, to be honest. The caretaker cannot take permadeath, no. Hello, did I miss the keg opening? You did, yes. Yeah, bloody did, mate. What are you gonna do? Yeah, bloody did. Alright, we'll start with this and see what you do. Manticore Venom coming in. These guys will go out of fashion if Manticore Venom comes in. I'm taking Manticore Venom. I think it's great. Could Shani do permadeath before patch? No, I don't think so. She would normally go into a demoted Baron, wouldn't she? And then Baron would go into Priscilla. Priscilla would pull Nenike because that's not a medic chain, etc. So, I mean, if he puts down a weather, we'll probably just scorch it. If he puts down another one, then I don't know what we'll do. Watch the VOD. I'll put it on YouTube for you, Sacco. Ah, good. Excellent, man. I'm going to take that. 2 6s. I'm happy with that. They're quite annoying cards. Oh, it's Animal Tamer.
My world.
Animal Tamer's got some nice value every now and then. Nice staggered. Nice stagger, mate.
Are you certain? I do it differently.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
So Odrin, I'm going to put him on the back row because then he won't go on. Apparently, the developer said he had equal chance to go onto the same row, but he doesn't. So,
Down. Up. Yes, sir.
people seem to think Alzor's Thunder's going to come back in a big way, and that'll get rid of Odrin.
It's time.
2 cards for him, 1 card for me. Thanks for the follow. Champion of Champion buffs his base strength now. Yeah, really scary against monsters, because they can just caretaker him out when he's like 22 strength or something. But what's the point of this deck? Just loads of units and Odrin and the Lubberkin, and protecting those units with Kiramets and shannying out the Lubberkin so it's 3 strength or 5 strength gold that just keeps buffing units all the time. So yeah, it's loads of units, loads of buffs. That's the kind of way it works. So we haven't really got any defense at the minute though, that's the problem. Weather will just sort of come and I haven't got any way to protect myself. But Odrin will keep going. Bless you. Okay. Again, I haven't got Lacerate though. Oosh. What's the new Lubberkin? 3 strength, which is pretty bad. Add 3 strength to a random non-gold unit on your side at the start of your turns. Trollolo value. Somebody said I should put him in. Succubus or Dijkstra? I'd go Succubus. I'd say Succubus. You can win with 1 card. Then Odrin would move. So, if he moves to the melee, we're alright. Unless he does. I'm thinking Eredin when I say that. If he moves to the range, it's not going to work. Actually, it does move to the range, it will work. No, it won't. Okay. Yeah! Nice one. Nice one, Bob. I was going to say, because he moves out of weather, so he comes 6 strength again. 1, 2, 3. So he would have worked on the siege row as well. Nice one. You didn't expect that, did you? You bastard. You bastard. You're right, proper bastard. Didn't expect that. You gonna give up? The thing is, if he places any more cards, then he won't get to keep Eredin. But he could just do some... Okay. Right. Does this mean I've won? I don't know, use 2 cards there. He would have kept that card anyway. Oh, now he gets to keep 2 cards. Okay, that's fair enough. Keep forgetting about that. Still, it's looking hopeful. Oh, we got Shani. I guess we'll Shani Odrin later. I've got card advantage. I'm not going to let him caretaker. Do you think Nilfgaard is underpowered, or people just can't play them right? I think a little both. I think there are going to be some strong decks. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be as easy though. I don't think. Who's the best leader in Nilfs? I reckon Morvrand Voorhees. With Emir coming close behind. Real close behind. So let's get out.
Sure, be glad to.
I'm going where I'm going.
I think I'm just going to push. Because, well, he's probably, if he's got the caretaker, I don't want to risk letting him get something next turn, so I've got plenty of card advantage. I've got good cards too. Don't have Kira though. Madman Lugos, Pavetta, or Letho. I'd say Letho. I think it'll be quite good against, you know, some of these stronger decks like the Axeman decks and stuff. You can combo him with Dimeritium Shackle and Treason, or Gon Calvite, or Beck's Twisted Mirror and stuff. I think it'd be quite good, but you have to play Nilfgaard, which is not one of the strongest, I don't think. How you doing, Culvus? I do. I diddly do. Get some units on the board.
In that jacket.
That's good.
Vettles, hungry like a wolf.
Don't want him to get rid of my medic. Okay, he didn't. Good. Get these out quick. Get the Lubricant out. Pavetta is one of the cards which I think will be in one of the stronger Radovid control decks. Radovid I think will come in because Radovid can get rid of things like that 7 strength Yennefer Sorcerer lady, Conjurer, sorry. You know. Is it a good time for a round of Gwent? Yes it is. Yes it is. If you can get it working. If you can get it working. It's always a good time.
You one of us or not?
Got any Vettles? Hungry like a wolf I am.
Right, if we had Kira, I'd feel a lot more comfortable. But we didn't. Probably just save her, to be honest.
Tell me you jest.
Why haven't they nerfed the wounding? I don't know. It's going to be absurd. That's why I think choices like Letho of Gullet are really important. You take Letho of Gullet. That's why I'm taking a Lock character. What's his name? Cleaver. I'm taking that for the Axeman. What are the best new cards to spend scrap on? At the minute, definitely Yennefer Conjurer. She works in pretty much any deck. Apart from against wounding decks. Like Skellige Wounding.
Can't take it anymore.
You can swap any faction's passive ability with another. What will it be? Very interesting. Yeah! Odrin! Well done, Odrin. Yeah! Even though I'd already won, Odrin just secures that win with drink! Which is the best type of secure win.